Service operations in the tertiary sector. Lecture 1, Module 1, Reading 1. Definitions and nature of the tertiary sector. For definitions of what services are, please refer to the Cambridge Dictionary, the Oxford Advanced Learners Dictionary, as well as Encyclopedia Britannica Online. So, first of all, let me begin with an overview of the tertiary sector. This will only be in brief, as this is the introduction to the module. The tertiary economy, also known as the services sector, includes businesses that offer services rather than producing physical or manufactured goods. Unlike tangible products, services are intangible and cannot be touched or stored. They can only be used and experienced. Prominent examples of this sector include banking, retail, professional services, health services, ancillary services, and government and non-governmental organizations, also known as NGOs. Service organizations can be either profit-oriented or non-profit, operating in accordance with their mission statements or legally defined purposes, both domestically and internationally. Typically, profitable services are delivered by the private sector in general. Governments, with their substantial economic resources, often provide non-profitable services, especially in developed nations. However, when governments are unable or unwilling to offer these essential services, NGOs and charitable community organizations frequently step in to fill the gap. These non-governmental entities operate globally in both developed and developing nations, providing essential services that support and sustain communities. Now, one essential characteristic of services we have already mentioned is the fact that services are intangible. Therefore, they are noted in economic records, such as the balance of payments for a country, as being invisible. Their quality heavily depends on human as well as technological performances and can vary enormously depending on how they are delivered and also whether they're delivered physically or online through technology, such as, for example, online streaming services like Netflix. So defining the services sector, as I have said, is not easy because it comprises a wide range of activities, such as healthcare, education, and, as we have mentioned, entertainment. In developed nations, the economy is predominantly driven by services, whereas in developing countries, there is a greater emphasis on primary undertakings such as agriculture or subsistence activities to sustain livelihoods. Moving on to the profit versus non-profit services. The services sector includes both profit-driven private enterprises and non-profit or public sector services. Profit-driven services aim for efficiency and quality to remain competitive, while non-profit services such as government and NGOs and their activities, will focus on public welfare and may require innovative management to ensure effectiveness. Moving on to service delivery and quality, efficient and effective services delivery often requires quality assurance controls and regulations. Feedback mechanisms are essential or crucial for maintaining service standards and addressing consumer needs. Now, it is essential to use customer feedback interviews, surveys, and questionnaires to maintain, change, and improve the quality standards in the tertiary sector. So all these service activities and all these service elements clearly need management, and the importance of management implies that effective management systems create efficient organizations capable of responding and delivering a decent set of community and clientele services. Tertiary provisions require careful planning, resource allocation, and continuous methods of best practice monitoring to meet consumer demands and upgrade the quality of delivery. It's no hiding the fact that the services sector faces many challenges and it needs to adapt. Economic, social, and technological changes can impact the services sector directly. So innovations and adaptability are key to addressing challenges and improving service transfers. In conclusion, to wrap up, or in brief, understanding the tertiary sector consists of recognizing its tangible and intangible nature with regards to the manufacturing sector. So, remember that services are intangible, whereas manufacturing is tangible. The services sector has diverse components, and the importance of efficient management and quality control will determine the efficiency and the quality of the service provided. The services sector and its complexities require continuous adaptation and innovation to meet evolving consumer needs.